So, you're thinking about moving to Mercer Island. Well, in today's video, we are going to tell you everything there is to know about living on Mercer Island. We're going to go ahead and jump into my computer, take a look around on Google Map. We're going to show you how to get to downtown Seattle, downtown Bellevue, how long it takes to get to the airport, show you what activities there are on the island, just give you a good idea of what it would be like to live on Mercer Island. We also have some great driving footage, so be sure to stick around for that. And we are going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Greater Seattle, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about the real estate market in Greater Seattle. My name is Jess. My husband Sterling and I are realtors in this area. Our team gets calls and emails every day from people just like you looking to make their move to the Greater Seattle area, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're planning to make a move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, reach out. We would love to help you make the smooth move to the Greater Seattle area.
Okay, so before we dive in and look at Mercer Island specifically, let's just talk in general about the Greater Seattle area and the fact that we are surrounded by water, which makes getting around the land areas a little bit more difficult. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my marker here. And so over here we have the Puget Sound, we have Lake Washington here in the middle, and then Lake Sammamish. First off, anytime that we talk about anything that is west of Lake Washington, we're gonna call it the west side. And anytime we talk about things on the east side of Lake Washington, we are gonna call it the east side. So that's how the locals reference everything. So on the west side, the main road that you will be using to go north and south is going to be I-5. And then on the east side, the main road that you're gonna be using to go north and south is going to be I-405. And you can't see it right here, but I-405 and I-5 do meet both at the north and south areas of the lake, which again makes it very convenient to help you navigate getting around the lake. So then if we want to get across the lake, we have two options. The north option is going to be 520 Bridge right here. And this is a toll bridge, so you will be paying a fee to use it. However, depending on where you're located and where you're trying to go, sometimes paying that fee can be worth it because one, it may mean that you can get to your location faster, because if you're trying to take the other option that is free, that doesn't have that toll, maybe that's going to take you longer or has just more backup and is just more inconvenient. So you will want to factor that in when you are trying to navigate the lake. The other option that you would have is going to be further south, and that is going to be the I-90 bridge, which runs right through the north of Mercer Island. So there are two options right there. Okay, so we have Mercer Island highlighted. I'm gonna pull my marker out again, and it is right conveniently located kind of at the south end of Lake Washington, but it's right in between both the west side, downtown Seattle, and the east side, Bellevue, Kirkland, Redmond, all of those good things on the east side. So that makes it a very, very convenient location in the Greater Seattle area. Now, if you're looking to get to the airport, we do have a couple of options. I'll move my map up here. So first would be going west on I-90, hitting I-5 and going down to the airport. The other option is going to be going east, hitting 405, and again, going south and hitting the airport. Now, both options are great. They're gonna be within 5 minutes of each other, so it really depends on what traffic is like, if there's been any accidents. You're gonna have to keep a close eye on whatever navigation system that you use. I like to use Google, other people love Waze, and I'm sure there's a ton of other options out there, but you do want that real-time traffic data to help inform you what route is going to be the best. But as you can see, it is gonna be, in terms of time, it's probably going to take anywhere from about 35 to 45 minutes to get to the airport. So Mercer Island is comprised of about 25,000 residents. So what makes it great is that it has a kind of small town community feel while also being so close to so many amenities. Not only does it have amenities on the island, but you can go west and within 15 to 20 minutes be in downtown Seattle, or you can go east and you can hit Bellevue. Further north is Kirkland. You've got Redmond further east. You can take I-90, get out to the mountains. So it is super convenient to be located in Mercer Island because you have access to so many of the surrounding amenities while not feeling like you have to live in the big city. Another great thing about the island, as with almost any island, is that you have so much great views and access to water because you're surrounded by water. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to clear my screen here, and we are just going to go ahead and take a look at all of the great beaches on Mercer Island. So you can see, if you watched our vlog, Sterling started it out up at Luther Burbank Park. Let me grab my marker here. Sorry about that. So right up here in the north end of the island. So if you want to see footage of that, be sure to check out that vlog. He tours a few neighborhoods. We show you a little bit of the downtown area. So be sure to check that out. But this is where he started. This is a great park on the north end of the island. It also has beach access, it has tennis courts, there's barbecue areas, there's lots of walking spaces and green spaces. So it's a wonderful place to visit. We've also got Calkins Landing, you've got Groveland Beach here, and then further south and east, you've got Clark Beach Park. So these are just a few of the many great spaces on Mercer Island that do give you lake access. So if you're into paddleboarding or canoeing or just want to go for a swim, it has easy access to that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the parks, because another great thing about Mercer Island is it has an abundance of natural open space and park space. So it has about 450 acres of open space or park space, and then about 50 miles of walking trails on the island. So you don't even have to leave the island if you want to get that great outdoor experience. You don't even have to go to the mountains, although that is easy as well. You have it right here, so that is really convenient. Okay, so let's just talk about a few of the parks. As you can see, there is a multitude. As mentioned before, Luther Burbank Park, that is a very large park on the island, definitely one that you will want to check out. Another great one is Deanne's Children's Park. There is a lot of play equipment there that will keep your children entertained if you have them and need that activity. You can go there and spend hours having great play set and activities for them to do. Another really great park is Pioneer Park, and that has a lot of trails in that park, so definitely a must as well. And then a little bit further on the north end, but south of Luther Burbank Park, is this Mercerdale Park, which is also a really great space for having walking trails, as well as it has a skater park as well. So if you're into that, that's also a great place to check out. Okay, so we talked about ways to get on and off the island, things to do on the west side, things to do on the east side. Now let's talk about the island itself and how to get around the island. So there are going to be two main roads to access or to help you get around the island. And the first one is going to be Mercer Way, and that is basically going to run all the way around the island. So that is what you'll mainly use if you want to get around the island. And if you want to kind of go down through the middle, you're going to use Island Crest Way right there. I definitely have a soft place in my heart for Mercer Way. I ran the Mercer Island Half Marathon several years ago, and it's just a great run because you get to go all the way around the island on foot and see some beautiful scenery. So it's a wonderful road, not only that is convenient and gives you access to different places on the island, but it also gives you fantastic views as well. Okay, now moving on, most of the main things that are going to happen, the main amenities on the island, are going to be on the north end. So we're gonna go ahead and clear the screen and zoom in there and take a look. Okay, so a lot of the great amenities are gonna be located in this Mercer Island town center area. And there are 3 grocery stores on the island, 2 of which are in this Mercer Island Town Center. One is going to be Metropolitan Market, and the other is going to be QFC. There is another QFC on the island that's further south, and we'll get to that in a minute. I'll show you where that's located. But this is going to be kind of the main hub if you want to do your grocery shopping for the island. So it is nice that you have 2 different options there. You are also going to have a lot of cafes, great restaurants, and coffee shops in this area as well. Earlier, we mentioned Mercer Dale Park, and the Mercer Island Farmers Market is located right near there. That goes on during the summer months, so that is also a fantastic place to check out, get that local and fresh produce, pick up a great bite to eat, just walk around and enjoy that community. Mercer Island also has a great community center as well as several art galleries, so that is really fun if you're into that sort of thing. If you want to stay active, the Mercer Island Town Center also has plenty of fitness activities. They have yoga, Pilates, Orange Theory. They've got a gym for lifting weights. They have jazzercise. They've got martial arts. There's plenty to do in that area, and you won't have to leave the island if you want to get those classes in. This Mercer Island Town Center is also going to be where the majority of the condos, apartments, and independent living is going to be located, kind of right in this area. It's not going to be scattered throughout the island. So if you are looking for kind of that smaller footprint, that more compact living, then this is where it's going to be located, which does make it nice because it's very walkable. You can walk out your door and go have access to all these great island amenities. Another great thing about this north end of the island is you have Mercer Island Park and Ride, and that is really convenient to get you off the island, and if you need to have that daily commute either to the west side or the east side, that's very convenient. And coming this year, hopefully in 2023, will be the completion of the light rail, and that will give you access into Seattle. And so that will also be a very convenient option for having that daily commute while also getting the benefits of living that island life. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the north end of the island. I'm gonna go ahead and clear my screen here, and let's just go ahead and before we head south on the island, just wanted to mention too that the island up here in this Mercer Island Town Center area is also, you're gonna have a Swedish medical clinic, you're gonna have other family practices, a pediatric office, dentist office. So a lot of those places are also gonna be located here. And again, you wouldn't necessarily have to leave the island to get that health care. Okay, so now as we move further south on the island, here you can see the Mercer Island High School is here. By the way, another really great thing about Mercer Island is it is the number one school district in Washington State. So if you're looking to have your kids go to a great school and you don't want to have to pay the fees for private, this is a fantastic place to live and have your kids go to school, which is also reflected in the price of living on the island. Okay, as we move further south, you're gonna see a lot of this is residential. And then again, we have some more parks. We have Island Crest Park, Deanne's Children's Park is right there, just on the north end. We have Pioneer Park, we mentioned that before. It has all those great trails. And then right here is going to be where the other QFC is located. Let me go ahead and pull my marker out. So right in here, the other grocery store is located on the south end of the island. So that way, if you live down there, you aren't gonna have to drive all the way to the north end if you just need to do a little bit of grocery shopping. However, if you do, it's not gonna be more than 15 minutes to get up to the north end. So it's not that big of a deal, but it is nice to be able to have something closer to the south end just in case you need something. Another really great place here on the south end is the Mercer Island Country Club. Okay. So as you can see, Mercer Island is fantastic, not only because of its location in the greater Seattle area and just its proximity to both Bellevue and Seattle and all the amenities of a big city, but you also get that small town community feel of it. And that's one of the things that makes it so special. It also is surrounded by water, so it has tons of great water access and views, beautiful green spaces. And again, I keep coming back to that community because it does really have that sense of community. There's so many different local events and things to do as well. And with that, you have our map tour of Mercer Island. We hope you enjoyed that. Do stick around in just a minute to see some driving footage of the island as well. And whether you're looking to make your move to Mercer Island or the greater Seattle area, we would love to help you. So reach out, send us a text, give us a call. We'd love to help you make that smooth move to the greater Seattle area. And with that, until next time, we hope to see you around town.